What is up, boys and girls? It is me, Razor Ivy, and today I want to share an unranked match of Tambayan Express, and the theme is Worlds minus the top 40 Pokemon in PV Poke. So, hi guys, I'm coming out fresh from Pokemon Masters, so today we'll be analyzing the plays and the things that I did during this unranked tournament. So let's start the video. First off, we are against ApengV and he has a Pidgeot, Arbok, Gastrodon, Magmar, Minun, and a Milotic. So what I noticed was he has a weakness to the grass type. So I'm trying to lead with the Linoon and a Sceptile with the Marsh Stomp, I think. So let's see what happens. So I'm furiously tapping and we have Linoon versus the Gastrodon. So it is a favorable matchup for us because we have a Grass Knot and it will probably force a shield, and if not, it will faint him down, and it does. So the next Pokemon will be Milotic, and we'll go for the Grass Knot because it is super effective against Milotic. Milotic being a water type. Now I want to conserve my Linoon because he is the only grass type in my lineup. So there we have our Marsh Stomp doing Mud Bomb spams. I'm mistaken because I thought it was a Sceptile in the back, but we have Magcargo. So here we have another Mud Bomb, and he shields it because he knows that it will faint him down. Now we have our last Mud Bomb for the faint. So here we have a Magmar opponent, but we will use our Surf because it is super effective against him. So we take game number 1. So I noticed that he really doesn't have enough Pokemon to counter my team. Him being a fairly new Pokemon PvPer, so let's see what happens. I will swap the Linoon with the Sceptile. So let's see what happens. Now I lead with the Sceptile as he still leads with the Gastrodon. So just a quick tip, adjust your flow because most of the time people will try to adjust theirs, so it will probably lead to a better matchup against people because you don't want to be replaying what just happened, right? So now we have our Sceptile against the Pidgeot, and we can go against this Pidgeot because we have a faster charge attack, but he was able to paint us down. So now we have our Magcargo, and I don't want to know how much damage this Hurricane does. So we go for the Rock Throws, and he does not have any shields left. So we will wait for the overheat because I don't want my Noon doing damage against my Magcargo. So we take the first round. So next up, he is the battler, the hero. It's Battle Hero. So he has Mach, Wormadam, Victreebel, Raichu, Lapras, and Shelgon, and I thought that maybe, just maybe, Magcargo plus Marsh Stomp will be good against his team. So I was really scared of the Claydol and the Shelgon, but let's see what happens. I think that we will lead with our Marsh Stomp because people with Mach tries to lead with them, but we go for the Magcargo lead here, trying to catch out the Victreebel, and we do. Because if Victreebel is out of the game, our Marshtomp will go for the rest of his team. So let's see what happens. He launches a Leaf Blade and now we have our Stone Edge. He will probably shield it because he doesn't want to give up the switch advantage. So we have our Aggron with the Smackdown. So we can go damage his Lapras down, but he goes for the Surf first because Surf charges faster than Heavy Slam and paired with the Smackdown. So let's see what happens. He shields this one. So Smackdown, Smackdown. And we will take this Surf because we don't have any options. We don't have shields left. Now we will go for the Marshtomp and he switches out to the Shelgon. But I think the better play would be stay with the Lapras and launch a Surf. But I don't know. I'm not pretty sure. Let's go with the Mud Bomb spams. So what happens here is that he's in the red and we get to farm the remaining HP of his Shelgon, leading to a Mud Bomb right here. So we will take game number 1 against Battle Hero. Now I was not thinking well because I didn't have a plan against his Victreebel, and I must say that game 1 is we were just lucky that we caught his Victreebel. Now let's see what happens. I'm thinking to lead the Magcargo again. See if he will lead with a Lapras because I think he will lead with a Lapras. But let's see what happens. So I'm furiously tapping. Because I don't know what to do. I'm so nervous. I'm playing with the best. So I really thought that he will lead with the Lapras because I think he can go against Marshtomp, but he leads with our Madam right here. So I don't know the matchup, so I just keep on throwing the rock throws and launch a Stone Edge. But I was thinking maybe he was banking because it took a while for him to launch a charge attack, and I know Madam charges fast. So we have an Iron Head right there. So I thought that I will get to a Stone Edge, but he charges faster than I do. So an Iron Head, and we will just faint him down. So whatever comes out, we'll take a Stone Edge. So let's see. It's a Lapras, and maybe he will shield it because it will be super effective against the Lapras. So we swap to our Aggron, but we will take a Surf and on the way in. So we will get to a Heavy Slam and it will knock him down. It will faint him down. So excellent. But look what happens next. That's a Victreebel right there. And I don't know what to do because he will just shred us down with the Razor Leaves. Razor Leaves against the Marshtomp. And what a pitiful Marshtomp. He was just flailing, saying, "Save me, please save me." So I was really out of the game and out of my mind. So I was thinking, I really need to get that Victreebel. So I'm debating whether or not to use the Drift Blim or the Sceptime because we need to get that Victreebel out of the picture because it is the only counter to my theme of 3 right here. So I was thinking, should I lead the Sceptile? So So I tried to go for the double grass right here because I saw that he loves the Lapras, so I think we can go with that double grass charge move strategy. So let's see what happens. I will lead with the Magcargo. So I'm furiously tapping. I'm so nervous. He caught me with that victory last game. I just want to share to you that whenever I'm panicking, I just quickly lock random Pokemon and I really don't get to think well. So that's me panicking, just locking in the Magcargo. So I don't know what will happen next, and I'm pretty nervous and panicking at the moment. So let's see what happens, and here it goes. So I'm furiously tapping, just waiting for my demise. So here it goes. It is a Magcargo versus a Shelgon, and I think um, we will lose this match if we go for the two shields. So let's see what happens. I go for the shield, he goes for the twister, and I will go for the stone edge. So we are in the yellow right now, so he will probably farm us down, but let's see what happens. He will launch a charge attack, so we will not shield this one. We won't bother shielding it because we have two Pokemon in the back that we can use to farm the Shelgon down, and we are successful in doing so because he didn't get to launch Twister. So we have a victory bell right here. We launch a Thunder because it will be double resisted if we go for the Grass Knot. So he shields it. Now we have our Sceptile, and I was thinking, why isn't he switching out? So I don't think he has a counter for this one. So let's see what happens. We go for that Sceptile. Aerial Ace. Now we go for the Leaf Blade against a shieldless Lapras. Let's see how much damage it does. It does a ton of damage. Now we won't shield this one because we have a Linoon in the back with a charged Grass Knot. Now we will go for the Grass Knot. See what happens. We take the last game. So GG's Battle Hero. So now we will go against Hawkchaaaan, a top player in the Philippines, and I was pretty scared because he does well in most tournaments. Now he has a Clefable, a Ninetales, a Venomoth, a Grimer, a Bibarel, and a Tangrowth. So as I was saying a while ago, I thought that people with Grimer or Mox tend to lead them, so we will use our Marshtomp as a lead because it does well and it does not have a hard counter against his team. So I think we will lead with the Marshtomp right here, and we will also bring our Magcargo because Ninetales and Venomoth is pretty weak against it. Plus the Rock Throws does a ton of damage with it just being a fast move. So let's see what will happen in this game against a top player in the Philippines. So I lead with a Marshtomp with Sceptile and Magcargo in the back. So let's see what happens. I lead with the Marshtomp and he leads with the Grimer. And I was thinking, I was relieved at the moment. So let's see what happens. I don't know the moveset of the Grimer, but he told me it will be a Sludge Bomb. So it will. I asked him before before the tournament started, why is that? Why do you have a Grimer? And I asked the moveset, so he said it, but I didn't know the damage. So see what happens next. We will go for the Mud Bomb against the Venomoth. I thought this will be super effective against the Venomoth, but it does neutral damage. So I think Surf is the better charge move to go. But here we have our Magcargo against the Venomoth, and I didn't think that it will be a Psychic, so it hurts. Now we have Sceptile against the Bibarel, but we have 2 shields up, and here I screamed, "Uy, nawala!" Meaning it disappeared, and I was pretty startled because I might have not done damage right there, but luckily he shielded. Now we have our Leaf Blade against his Bibarel, and now he will take it because he does not have any shields left, but here is a Venomoth in the back, but we can feint him down with just Fury Cutters. Now, I was thinking, what can he lead against a Marshtomp? So, I noticed that he has a Clefable right there, and I was thinking, will he lead a Clefable? Because it will be the only good matchup against the Marshtomp, right? Because Tangrowth does not really counter it because he has Vine Whip, Ancient Power, and Sludge Bomb as moves. So I thought that maybe I will lead with this Aggron. I don't know. This is the only Clefable was the only thing that will hinder my lead. So let's see what happens. I was thinking, should I lead Lainu? I don't know what is happening. So let's see what happens. And we need the Sceptile here because it charges faster than the Lainu. So let's see what happens. I lead with the Aggron. What does he lead with? He leads with the Clefable, and that's good because we resist the charms. Although we don't have bulk in HP, but we have bulk in defense. So let's see what happens. Heavy Slam against the Clefable. He shields it. Now we will shield this one because it will feint us down because it is neutral to us. It is a Meteor Mash. Now let's see what happens. We can feint him down with just Heavy Slams, and I was thinking I will throw this Heavy Slam whatever it is that will come out, and it is a Bibarel. We won't be able to go for the Thunder right there, and that was a good move actually. Now we have a Ninetales versus Sceptile, but we swap to our Marshtomp, and it is favorable for us because we have our Surf. And I think that it was better if he shielded that one because I don't know if it runs Solar Beam. Maybe he can bait us. He can shield bait us. Now we have our Marshtomp versus Bibarel. We have our Mud Bomb spams. Now he does not have any shields left. Another Mud Bomb comes out. Now he is in the red, and maybe he will get to a Surf, and he gets to a Surf right here, which will probably knock us out, and it knocks us out. But we have a Charged Sceptile in the back, and he was congratulating me. That's why I didn't get to swipe other beads right there. So good game, Hawkchaaaan. Now we have Darfreeze, and look at his first Pokemon. He has an Ivysaur, and I was pretty scared of Ivysaur because we don't have counters for that if ever we are caught in a bad lead. So he has Crobat, Lapras, Ninetales, Raichu, and Beedrill. I thought to myself, Magcargo is the way to go, definitely. But I thought that he will lead with the Ivysaur because I don't know. Maybe he knows that I can get to a Magcargo lead. So let's see what happens next. Let's see what happens next. So I will lead with the Sceptile, assuming that he will lead with the Ivysaur because I don't know. I think he thought of Magcargo being a good lead, and I was pretty sure Magcargo was a good lead. But let's see what happens. It is really complicated predicting leads. So what happens is that I lead with the Sceptile and he leads with the Ninetales, and I messed up. I know I messed up. So he goes for the charge attack right here. I won't shield it because I will take it whatever it is, whether it be Psyshock or Flamethrower. But now we have our charge move against the Ivysaur. He shields the Thunder, and I thought that he will just farm us down, but he launches a Power Whip. So I can go for this Ivysaur. Let's see if we farm it or not. And we won't farm it because we don't want to spend another shield. And it's not very effective, but it will be able to feint him down. Now we have Aerial Ace. So let's see if he takes it. He takes it, but here I should have just swapped to the Magcargo to preserve the Sceptile, or we should have just shielded right there because let's see what will happen next. He has a Lapras, see? And if we shielded that Sceptile, we could have gone for a Leaf Blade, I think, but I don't know. We just lost the game because it is lost from the start. We didn't lead with the Magcargo. So right now I was thinking I messed up. I should have went for the Magcargo lead. So let's see what happens next. Now we will try to lead the Magcargo, thinking that he did not figure the Magcargo counter yet. So let's see what happens. I am thinking to lead Magcargo against his team, and now let's see what happens. I really thought that he won't figure that Magcargo is a good lead, so I thought that he will lead Ninetales. So I'm furiously tapping. I just did what I said earlier. I just picked an opponent without thinking much. So let's see what happens next. So I lead with Magcargo and he leads with the Ivysaur, and I said this is a bad lead, so I will switch to my Line Noon and let's see what happens. He will throw probably a Power Whip and we will just take it and let's see how much damage it does. I should have went for the Thunder because I panicked and I'm choking. I know that Grass Knot won't do enough damage for that Ivysaur, yet I still use that, and here he went for the nice switch to Ninetales. So now we will go for the Rock Throw farm. He goes for the Psyshock, and we will farm this Ninetales, but he will get to another Psyshock before we are able to feint him down, so he will go down eventually. Now let's see what happens. he will go for the Ivysaur, and I have a Stone Edge ready, but he will charge faster, so we will lose this in a one shield scenario. So I will try to go for the Sceptile. Now I thought to myself, maybe it is favorable for us because he doesn't have a shield. And look at this mistake. I shielded that one. I know that it will be a Surf, yet I still shielded that one. Now another mistake, I should have not launched an attack right there. Maybe we will survive, but let's see what happens next. This will be a Sludge Bomb, and it will be bad for us because he farmed and he has tons of energy with his Ivysaur. Now he goes for the Power Whip, and now we are we lost. Now next match, I was pretty devastated. I thought to myself, oh no. But the next opponent will be Edokun, and now he has a Victreebel, a Shelgon, a Wormadam, a Muck, a Primeape, and a Clefable. And I really thought to myself, maybe Drifblim will be good against this lineup because he soft counters the most of the lineup. So let's see what happens. I will definitely put Drifblim in the lead. So Edokun. Now Drifblim versus Shelgon. We can go against the Shelgon because we have Icy Wind. Let's see what happens. So I get to a charge attack before he does. An Icy Wind against the Shelgon. So he takes it. Now, will we take this Twister? No, I said no. We need to keep Drifblim alive. Now, that is a Magcargo against a Primeape because he switched the Shelgon out. Now, I will take whatever it is that is coming. It's a cross chop, and we just sacrifice the Magcargo. Now we will go for we will not go for the shield. Now it was a nice slash and it hurts. Now we will go for the Icy Wind against the Primeape. He shields it, and now we have our Marsh Tomb. Let's see what happens. We will shield this charge attack. It's a cross chop. So it is interesting because he has a legacy cross chop, but it is really sad because our Marsh Tomb was flailing once again against the Victreebel. So I was pretty down right here because I said I have 3 losses already and I was panicking and devastated. Now I said we need to get that Victreebel again. I want to catch that Victreebel off guard. So let's see what happens next. I am thinking of ways to counter his strategy. Now I think we will lead with an Aggron, assuming that he will go for a Wormadam or a Clefable. Or I was thinking I should catch that Shelgon because Aggron can take those 3. So I included Drifblim again because I realized that Drifblim is really good against his team. So let's see what happens. Aggron versus Primeape, and I was losing hope. I was really losing hope. And I said, this is GG. Now we will go for the Leaf Blade. I wanted to bait his shield. Let's see what happens. And we are successful in doing so. Now we will go for the Aerial Aces. Let's see what happens. He takes it. Now, will we get to another Aerial Ace? Nope. we didn't get to the Leaf Blade because probably he has CMP. Now let's see what happens. I will go for the Drift Blim. Now, I thought that we can farm him down, but no. So we spend a shield and then we farm this shell gun down. Now let's see what happens next. It is a victory bell, and I said, phew, finally a good match against a victory bell. Now we have a charged primate versus our drift blim. We will shield that definitely because we will lose if we don't shield that one. Now excellent, and it one shots that primate. I was shocked because of that. Now we have a charged icy wind. Let's see what happens. It puts him in the red, but we will go for the aggron for the smackdown. So I was afraid of the leaf blade, so thankfully he didn't get to a leaf blade. Now I'm pretty satisfied with the results of this game. So I was calm at this moment, and I thought that he will lead with a victory bell next because I led with an aggron last game. So I was thinking if he leads with a victory bell or a primate, I can take them with my Sceptile. So let's see what happens. You see me furiously tapping right there. I need to get that bad habit out of my system because it is a symbol of panic for me. So I'm panicking. So always remember to calm down every match. So Sceptile versus Victor Bell, and it is favorable for us because we can take that Victor Bell down, but we have a good shield right there with the shell gun. But we will go for our aggron right here because he counters the shell gun. I thought to myself, I won't shield this one, whether it be Flamethrower or Twister, and thankfully we feint that shell gun down. Now we will go for what? Let's see what happens. We will go for the Thunder because I remember that he has a victory bell in the back and he shields it. Now we are up a shield, and see this matchup. This will be a Leaf Blade, and we should shield that one because it will hurt. Now Aerial Ace against the victory bell. Will he shield this one? He shields this one. And now look, will we get to another Aerial Ace? We will get to another Aerial Ace, and that is good for us. So we will be able to feint him down, and he has a primate and we have a shield. So let's see what happens. He gets to a charge attack. Of course we will shield that one. We don't like taking unnecessary damage. So now we will go for the Shadow Ball, and will it KO? It will KO. So good game, Edocon. Thank you. So on to the last match. It is JMLuisM, another top player of the Philippines. So I was scared because look at his team. I told him lahat ng kinatatakutan ko nasa team mo. Meaning everything that I'm afraid of is in your team. So look at that Ivysaur, look at that Alolan Mach, and there was a buzz during the tournament because everybody saw his Poliwrath, and I think his Poliwrath was a nightmare in the Nightmare Cup because everybody was talking about it. So now let's see what happens. As I told you guys earlier, people with Mux or Grimers will more often than not lead it. So let's see what happens. I will go for the Marsh Stomp lead, and let's see what he leads with. He leads with the Muck, so I predicted it correctly. So now we have our Mud Bomb against his Alolan Muck. Will he take it? He takes it, and now I was thinking maybe he will go for the Acid Spray, but he goes for the Dark Pulse. But it is okay. Marshtomp has done his job. Now we will go for 2 Mud Bombs. We plan to go for 2 Mud Bombs, but it is over Madam. Will we be knocked out? And we will be knocked out. Now, we will go for this Aggron. And let's see what happens. We'll go for the Iron Head. And I was weirded out. Maybe he is not charged up yet. So, let's see what happens. And he swaps. And then I will swap to our Sceptile. And I thought to myself, Ice Punch or Power Up Punch, I won't shield this one. But we should have shielded that one, I guess, because we are in the yellow, we are low. And now he will shield the Leaf Blade. Will we shield this one? Yes, we will shield this one. It's a Power Up Punch. And Mudshot Poliwrath charges really fast, so we will need to shield this Power Up Punch again. So let's see what happens. Leaf Blade, will it KO? Will it KO the Poliwrath? It will. Now we have an advantage, I think. I thought that we have an advantage, but he has tons of energy banked and we won't get to a heavy slam. So I was really intimidated. I thought to myself, I won the lead, but why didn't I win the match? So I was really intimidated right now. So I thought to myself, maybe, just maybe, he will lead with the Alolan Muck again because it went well for him. So I am really nervous right now and I'm not thinking correctly, and I thought to myself maybe the way to go is with a Marshtomp lead, hoping that he will lead with the Alolan Muck again. But I was panicking and I am wrong. That is not the only solution against this match, okay? So always think clear and try to be calm as possible, and that is a mistake by me. So Poliwrath against a Marshtomp, and I thought to myself maybe we will lose this one, but he goes for that smooth switch right there. He will be able to tank this Mud Bomb. Now we have our Sceptile against an Ivysaur, and take note that it is a Razor Leaf, so it was late before I realized that, and I should have thought that he will not shield this one because Razor Leaf will charge slow. So we get to 2 Leaf Blades. See what happens. He goes for the Muck, the Alolan Muck. So we will go for the Leaf Blade because we won't get to an aerial ace. He will faint us down with just poison jabs. Now let's see what happens. I was trying to preserve the Marshtomp. So here we have Muck with an Acid Spray or a Dark Pulse. Will we shield this one? I thought to myself, no. And we did a good call on not shielding this Acid Spray. We still have tons of HP left, and let's see what happens. He switches to a Poliwrath, and I forgot that we have an Acid Spray on. I thought to myself, he doesn't have a stacked Power Up Punch. Will he faint us down? He faints us down. So is that Saitama? So that Polyrat right there, bruh. That Polyrat right there. I said, this is GG. I was just laughing on my side, and this is GG. I don't want to play this game anymore. And now he will just go for the power up punches against this Marsh Stomp, and he will stack his attack. Now he will go for the Mud Bomb. Will he shield this one? Nope. He knows that we won't knock him down. So this Mud Bomb right here, will he shield this again? Will he shield this? He shields it. Now we will shield this power up punch, and look at this play. Look at this play. He will go for the Mud Bomb, and he switches smoothly with a third shield. Though that was pro plays right there. So on the last power up punch, it will faint us down, and that is game. Thank you for listening, guys, and again, it is me, Razor Ivy. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and again, thanks for finishing it. Thank you, guys.